What's going on, guys? Dawko back again. Hope you're fantastic today. Exciting video today. We're going to be talking all about Five Nights at Freddy's at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood and Orlando. It is looking like Universal have gone all out for Five Nights at Freddy's this year, which is so exciting. And I'm not surprised. I'm surprised they didn't do it last year, but I don't think they had enough time. But this year, they've gone all out. And I can honestly say, I do think this is going to be one of Universal's most successful horror nights ever because of Five Nights at Freddy's. In my opinion, I know so many people who are traveling there just to see the Five Nights at Freddy's scare maze and the restaurant and stuff. So I do think it's going to be successful. And if it is successful, which I'm sure it will be, I'm pretty confident they're going to do another scare maze next year based on Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And then maybe next year they'll do Five Nights at Freddy's 3 or something like that. But yeah, Universal, you are so smart for finally doing it and putting Fnaf on board with the Halloween Horror Nights. It's going to be crazy. It really is. So, am I going? Yeah. Of course I am. I am going, guys. I'm not going to the media day. That's this Friday. You'll probably see a bunch of videos throughout the whole of September and October showing the maze and stuff. And maybe we'll do a video on that. I don't know yet. I'll think about it because I am planning to go around Halloween time, which is basically at the end of Halloween Horror Nights, right? So, but I will be going to both. The plan is for me to fly all the way to LA, do the Universal Studios Hollywood Fnaf maze. But apparently the one in LA only has the maze and not a restaurant, apparently. But the one in Florida has a restaurant themed on Fnaf, where you can eat pizza and stuff. And they've got the maze as well. So I thought I'd do LA first and then fly to Florida and then do Universal Studios there. And plus, at the end of the day, Florida's got the Epic Universe, the brand new Epic Universe. So I feel like doing LA first and then Florida makes more sense to me. So yeah, I don't know the confirmed dates yet, but it will be around Halloween time, Halloween week. LA first and then probably Universal Studios on Halloween. To get the vibe of Halloween, you know. I have been to America during Halloween before and it was awesome. So yeah, I wanted to get the Halloween vibes rather than going early. I'm vlogging it all, so you'll see me in the Fnaf maze, meeting the animatronics and stuff. So yeah, very excited. I want to give a quick shout out to Monster Thief, by the way. If you don't know who Monster Thief is, I got a glitch trap mask from Monster Thief and it's absolutely insane, guys. And guess where she works now? She works at Universal Studios doing all the props and the scenery and stuff like that. So all the effects and stuff, which is absolutely insane. Somebody who made me a glitch trap mask worked on the Five Nights at Freddy's scare maze in Florida. So yeah, pretty insane. And she asked me if I want any merch and stuff. And I said, yeah, of course. So if you remember last week or something, you guys were asking where I got the merch from. It was from Monster Thief, who got me all the FNAF swag. And she got me the stained glass portrait thing, which I'm going to quickly build now while I'm here. There's Freddy Fazbear and the artist who works on Hex Snartles and done some art for me for years. Did this art for Universal Studios. So it's crazy, right? It's pretty crazy. Seen people who I know and stuff who I've commissioned and stuff are freaking working with Universal Studios and stuff. It's insane. Now, the cool thing is, guys, I'm not advertising Halloween Horror Nights, but you should go because I've been before and it was the best thing I've ever done in my life. It's not just Five Nights at Freddy's there this year. Bray Wyatt, rest in peace. Bray Wyatt Scare Maze. You guys are wrestling fans. Terrifier, Fallout, Jason. So this year is pretty stacked. It's really stacked. So that's another reason why I think people will say 2025 Halloween Horror Nights was one of the best ones. The cool thing about it, look at that. Freddy Fazbear looks like he's in the middle. And I just think that's amazing. Would you ever think 10 years ago that Five Nights at Freddy's would be one of the main attractions for Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights? Like, it's insane. It's actually insane. We've got a bunch of Halloween Horror Nights news hype before everybody starts going. So, very exciting. Just take a look at this. Johnny Blocks the Legend, who I get my news from all the time, has posted a bunch of stuff about Halloween Horror Nights, Five Nights at Freddy's. Look at this. Look at that. That's outside Universal Studios. Like a massive billboard with Freddy Fazbear there. It's insane. I can't. It just blows my mind. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I swear at the start of this year or earlier last year after the movie came out, I said Universal are going to realise how big Five Nights at Freddy's is, and they are going to do a scare maze for Halloween Horror Nights. I've been begging for this for ages. I know I have. I know I've mentioned it in videos before that Universal need to do a Halloween Horror Nights, and they finally have, and it's just surreal to see. I swear I remember talking about a restaurant as well at Universal Studios, so it's just insane. Maybe we'll get a dark ride next. Maybe they'll be like, oh my god, people love Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's actually do a horror dark ride at Universal Studios or something. Can you guys imagine that? There's another billboard at Universal Studios as well. And like I said, it's insane. Five Nights at Freddy's slap bang in the middle of everything. All the promotions, Freddy Fazbear is like the centerpiece of all of these other franchises. Fallout, Terrifier, like Jason. There's also a little photo op as well of one of the booths. I don't know whether this was taken from the movie set or something, because that little stained glass window of Bonnie looks like the same one from the movie, and I'm sure they'd keep those. You know, they wouldn't throw those away, so maybe they just use some of the props from the old pizzeria for the scare maze and photo ops and stuff. But if not, it looks awesome. Little booth of the cupcake. So yeah, I'll be going to that. Guys, loads of photos from me. Definitely. I might as well mention this, guys. Freddy Fazbear is Fanta Orange. Here's one of the advertisements as well. Freddy and the gang for Halloween Horror Nights. Guys, it looks amazing. It really does. Another billboard. I don't know where this is, but again, it's promoting Halloween Horror Nights with Freddy Fazbear as the main advertisement. We've got this merch as well, based on the Fnaf movie of Freddy and the gang, but also Spring Bonnie, Withered Spring Bonnie from the movie. Looks amazing. Again, the art, everything they've done, they've cooked. Universal have gone all out. I'm telling you guys. Here's more merch as well. They've got phone covers, fans, jackets and shirts. There's my shirt that I'm wearing right now. They've got these freaking like Mickey ears, but instead of the Mickey ears, it's the plushies of like Freddy, Bonnie, Chica and Foxy and like a withered version or something. They've got a Freddy Fazbear's plastic sign. They've got onesies. They've got merch. Guys, they're going all out. Not only that, guys, that they're going all out with merch, they're going all out with snacks as well. We've got a cupcake. Called the cupcake. Literally a cupcake. Cream cheese buttercream. Come and treat. Filled with cannoli cream and a raspberry insert. Damn, I can't wait to try FNAF themed snacks at Universal. They're doing drinks and stuff as well. We'll talk about that later on. Here's more advertisements that Universal have shown for the food themed on, you know, we've got the Freddy Fazbear pizza, cheese pizza, pepperoni. We've got the cupcake as well. They are doing more stuff. We'll talk about that, like drinks and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really cool how like they're displaying little pieces, just like, guys, this is what we're going to be doing for Halloween Horror Nights. It's so cool. Yeah, and I'm not surprised they are doing pizza, because why wouldn't they? And look at the merch shop, guys. Freaking Five Nights at Freddy's as their display. It's insane, guys. It's absolutely insane seeing this. Like I said, like Universal have obviously seen, you know, the movie did crazy numbers for them. And yeah, they've just realised now that FNAF is huge, and they've just put it everywhere for Halloween Horror Nights, everywhere. So I really, really hope it does well. I'm sure it will. I'm 99% confident, because I know so many people, like I said earlier, who are going to Universal Studios just for the FNAF stuff. So, you know, I feel like it's going to be really, really successful, and hopefully we get to see more FNAF next year. But yeah, it's crazy. Got Freddy Fazbear candy apples as well. If any of you guys wanted to give the bite of 87 to Freddy Fazbear, you can get your revenge from his Uncle Fredbear. Oh, we got Nightmare cupcakes as well. Insane. And Chica chocolate cookies. I know 100% that both parks have the FNAF scare maze, and apparently they're basically exactly the same as each other, okay? It's just that the Florida one has a themed restaurant based on Fnaf, and I don't know much about Hollywood yet about that, but yeah. Speaking about the scare maze, this is the first look from entertainment exclusive little peek of the Five Nights at Freddy's scare maze. And what do you want me to say? Just look at it. Just look at it. The pizzerias are both based on the first movie, as you can clearly see. And it looks like we're gonna, I don't know much about it, by the way, apart from these pictures, but it looks like we're gonna go through a scare maze based on the first FNAF movie, and animatronics are gonna be swinging at us and stuff, and you know what a scare maze is like if you've been through it. So yeah, apparently they're gonna be actual animatronics in there, and they're gonna be puppeteered and stuff like that. So that, it's just insane, guys. It's insane. And look at this view. It literally looks like you're walking into a pizzeria. And remember, this is going to be inside like a warehouse or something, like all of the scare mazes are. And just look how insane it looks. It just looks so good. Yeah, so definitely based on the movie. Yeah, so you walk in here, and so it's not going to be 1,000,000% accurate to the movie, because, you know, I can see now, because I've been to the movie set, there's a wall when you go through. But in the real pizzeria, it's open, so you walk through and you see the stage and stuff. It's a maze, guys. It's a scare maze, so they can't just make it all open like you walk around. It's a maze, so you're going to go through tight corridors and stuff, and animatronics are going to be behind the corners, jump scaring you and stuff. So I still think, you know, it's crazy to see something like this, and I'm so happy. I'm absolutely delighted that Universal decided to do it finally. You guys are a big fan of something and you get to experience something like that, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's fans seeing animatronics in real life, Freddy Fazbear and stuff. Like, there's no other feeling of something like that, and I'm so happy that FNAF fans get to experience that. It's amazing. Yep, so here's news on the Florida restaurant. I don't know whether like I said, I don't know whether Hollywood is going to have this too, but we've got pizza and pasta, Mike Eggs Benedict, which is awesome. We've got the cupcake. We've got the 2 drinks. Chica's Sour Lemon Tang. I love that. And Foxy's Strawberry Soda. I can't wait for that. And then finally, just an hour ago, there was a news report. Jason Guy did a live news coverage of Universal Horror Nights, and we've got our first look of the stage, which is going to be inside the scare maze in Orlando. So when you're walking through the scare maze, it looks like there's going to be a bigger open area of the FNAF gang on stage. No sign of Foxy, but Foxy's not on this stage. I'm sure Foxy's going to be in this. There's Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. I've seen people on the tweet saying that they don't like Bonnie. I think he looks fine. I think in person it will look better. This isn't a $20 million budget to make a movie. I think they've done a great job. I really do. And I did see somebody's actually got footage. Yeah, here we go. So it is in Universal Orlando.
This, Matt, tell us about...
So yeah, you walk through here, you see the drawings and stuff.
These creations. It's a little dark right now.
And then literally, when you turn right, you see the stage.
They come.
Here they go.
All right,
That's
everybody.
insane.
So,
Come on in.
I think Chica looks the best. I want to say Chica. I like Chica the most.
It's a little,
but they still look
creepy,
so good, guys. They look amazing.
I'm actually getting a little worried right now.
And then the lights go off, and the lights of the eyes still stay up. And they're starting to look evil.
So we have Freddy, of course, front and center
So
here, and then
good.
Chica and Bonnie performing
They've done such
for
a good
us,
job, man.
But then also, I think, watching us from...
Such a good job. See how it's all open there? But here, there's a wall with drawings on, because they're keeping it enclosed for a scare maze. They can't just have it open, because then it's not a scare maze. I follow FNAF Point, and they've been showing some stuff too. So there's going to be a photo op in the real-life pizzeria. Yeah, Louis Italian Restaurant has been rebranded as Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So I don't know if there'll be any animatronics in here or anything like that. Or it's just going to sell FNAF-themed food, and it's just got a little bit of a display of Five Nights at Freddy's in there. Yeah, so it's Louis, this one. So this is going to be themed around Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. One other thing as well we need to talk about is apparently... the second movie is going to be teased at some point in the scare maze, or at the end of the scare maze or something like that. So, are they going to show the withered animatronics? You remember last year when they had a display of the film used animatronics, are they going to do it with the FNAF 2 toys or the Wizards or both? At the end of the maze when you leave or something. But yeah, that's it, guys. Very excited. And like I said, I am 1,000,000% going to both the Hollywood one first and then Florida. I don't know if you can actually vlog the scare mazes in Florida. So I'll try and work that out with Universal or talk with Scott about it. I know I can definitely vlog in Universal Studios Hollywood. So you'll definitely see my reaction being in the scare maze, hopefully. So yeah. Very excited, and that will be around Halloween time. Okay? Take care, lots of love, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.